Hi everybody, my name is Sera Jo. This week I'm co-hosting music lessons with Carlos. See you!
Welcome everybody to another live session in music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, music theory, keyboard skills, chord progressions, and contemporary voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, yeah, so that was an old video that I found of one of my classes with one of my former students, Johee Shin, when I was teaching at the Cornell School of Contemporary Music. Yeah, Johee, yeah, we practiced a lot for a couple years, and that was Johee Shin playing blues in F, and she worked out, her whole solo, a few choruses. Okay. And yeah, I would like also to talk about how to construct walking bass lines. Yeah, that's going to be one of the themes of today's class. And before we do that, I want to do some warm-ups. So we're going to warm up on major keys. We're going to warm up on single notes against major triads, and we're going to be shifting keys. So why don't we start? We're going to start with Do. So I'm going to play a major triad in any key. I'm going to sing the first note. Do. Then we're going to check. Then we're going to move on. We're going to change keys. I'm going to sing Re. Re. Checking. Let's go to another key. Key of G. Mi. Mi, we're gonna sing Mi. Mi. Then we're gonna check. Now we're gonna move to another key. Let's go to the key of B. We're gonna sing Fa in relationship to the key of B. Fa. always checking after we sing so we can make sure that we're doing things okay. Now we're gonna go to another key. Let's go to the key of G flat. And we're gonna sing the 5th in the key of G flat, which would be Sol. Sol. And let's move to another key. Let's go to the key of A. And we're gonna sing the 6th. We're gonna sing La. La. Checking. And let's go to the key of D. We're gonna sing the 7th degree and we're gonna call it T. We're gonna sing as T. T. Okay, and that's a nice warm up with single notes. And now I would like to do something else. I would like to move on to melodic patterns. Okay, so now we're gonna work with melodic patterns on the 2nd degree. Last week we did on the root, on the 1st degree or root, yeah, and we had 7 patterns, yeah. One pattern number 1 through 4, they are diatonic, moving by seconds, yeah, diatonic seconds. In patterns 5 through 8, we're gonna work with diatonic moving by thirds. Okay, so how does this work? I'm gonna establish a key. I'm gonna play any key. I'm gonna sing pattern number 1, Re, Mi, Fa, Mi, Re, and then we're gonna check on the piano. Re, Mi, Fa, Mi, Re, and then we're gonna check. And then we're gonna take those patterns, but we're gonna move from key to key. Yeah, so let's go to pattern number 2, key of G. Now we're gonna sing Re, Do, Ti, Do, Re. Everything is written in the key of C, but we're gonna be moving. We're gonna be moving from key to key. So we're in the key of G. Now we're gonna sing Re, Do, Ti, Do, Re. Re, Do, Ti, Do, Re. And let's move to another key. We're gonna move to the key of B flat. Now pattern number 3. We're gonna sing Re, Mi, Re, Do, Re. Let's sing. Re, Mi, Re, Do, Re. Good. And now we're gonna move to another key. We're gonna go to the key of A flat. So what would be the prerequisite? Prerequisite for doing this type of work is very simple. Is to be able to sing Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do in all 12 keys. And I have several videos. I have tons of videos actually, just working with our movable do solfege in all the different keys. Yeah, so ascending Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, or descending Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. And doing this in all different keys, like we can do this in E flat. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Or we can move to another key. We can go to the key of G. Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. So that would be a prerequisite to do the work that we're doing here every week online. And now we're gonna go to, let's go to pattern number 3. Yeah, Re, Mi, Re, Do, Re. And what key are we gonna be in? We're gonna be in the key of D flat. The key of D flat. We're gonna sing Re, Mi, Re, Do, Re. Now let's move to pattern number 4. Re, Do, Re, Mi, Re. And we're gonna go to which key? Let's go to key of A. Now we're gonna sing this pattern. Re, Do, Re, Mi, Re. Here we go. Re, Do, Re, Mi, Re. Key of A. Now we're gonna go to patterns number 5 through 8. Patterns number 5 to 8, they move by diatonic thirds. And today's starting point is Re. So let's start in the key of C. Key of C, pattern number 5. Re, Fa, La, Fa, Re, Okay, so now we just stay on the key of C. Pattern number 6. Re, ti, sol, ti, re. Pattern number 7. Re, fa, re, ti, re. And pattern number 8. Re, ti, re, fa, re. Okay, so but now is where the fun starts. Now we're gonna start taking those 4 patterns to different keys. Yeah, and let's start with pattern number 5. Pattern number 5, let's go to the key of G. Re, fa, la, fa, re. So here we go. Re, fa, la, fa, re. And let's move to pattern number 6. Re, ti, sol, ti, re. Which key? Let's go to the key of E flat. And let's go to pattern number 6. Re, ti, sol, ti, re. And the key of E flat. And now we're gonna move to pattern number 7. Re, fa, re, ti, re. And let's go to the key of B. The key of B, pattern number 7. We're gonna sing together. Re, fa, re, ti, re. And we're doing good so far. And now we're gonna move on to pattern number 8. Re, ti, re, fa, re. And which key are we gonna choose? Let's go to F. Pattern number 8. Re, ti, re, fa, re. Okay, so we did a bit of a warm-up, and that's something that I actually do in my ear training classes. I have done in my ear training classes in different colleges, and this part is called melodic patterns. And we do melodic patterns on C, on Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. And we have 8 melodic patterns that we do on every single diatonic note. Patterns number 1 through 4, they move by diatonic seconds. Pattern numbers 5 through 8, we move by diatonic thirds. Okay. And we're gonna continue. I wanna continue today with ear training. So what are we gonna do next? We're gonna move and we're gonna do diatonic triads. So in diatonic triads, if I'm in the key of, in any major key, we have a 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, 7 diminished, and I end up on a 1 major. And what I would like to do, now this is a different triad sequence. I wanna sing my triads up and down. I'm gonna establish a key center, and then I'm just gonna sing whatever diatonic triad up and down. So that will help me to hear any triad in any key. So why don't we start? Let's start in the key of C. And we're gonna sing 1 major. So it would be Do, Mi, Sol, Mi, Do. Do, Mi, Sol, Mi, Do. Good. Now we're gonna move on. We're gonna hear our 4 major, and we're gonna go to another key. We're now in the key of A flat. And we're gonna sing the 4 major. Here we go. Let's see if we can hear it. Fa, la, do, la, fa. Okay, let's sing another 4 major. Let's go to the key of G. When I sing a 4 major. Fa, la, do, la, fa. Okay. And now we're gonna sing a 7 diminished, but we're gonna move on to the key of D. And let's sing a 7 diminished. Ti, re, fa, re, ti. Okay, so we're in the key of D. Yes, we're gonna sing a 7 diminished again. Ti, re, fa, re, ti. Okay, we're gonna move on. Let's go to another key. Let's go to the key of A flat. The key of A flat, we're gonna sing a 3 minor. Mi, sol, ti, sol, mi. Okay, and moving on with our diatonic triads, we're gonna go to the key of B. And we're gonna sing a 6 minor in the key of B. La, do, mi, do, la. Okay, now moving on, let's go to the key of E major. In the key of E major, we're gonna sing a 2 minor triad. Re, fa, la, fa, re. Okay, and moving on, now we're gonna go to the key of B flat major. Key of B flat major, we're gonna sing a 5 major. So 5 major in the key of B flat. Sol, ti, re, ti, sol. Okay, so that's a great warm-up. Great warm-up. Just to learning how to hear diatonic triads, yeah, in different major keys. And we always, our technique is always to be moving from key center to key center. Okay. So now we're going to do one more thing on the ear training area, and that's intervals. Intervals, and last time we sang diatonic seconds, so now I want to sing diatonic thirds, going up and down. So if we're in the key of C, we're going to sing do, mi, re, fa, mi, sol, fa, la, sol, ti, la, do, ti, re, ti, re, which would be our last group of diatonic thirds ascending. And then if we want to hear diatonic thirds descending, we're going to sing do, la, re, ti, mi, do, fa, re, sol, mi, la, fa, ti, sol. Why don't we start? Let's sing do, mi in any key. We're going to start in the key of C. Do, mi, and then we check. Okay, moving along, we're gonna go to the key of F, and let's sing re, fa, re, fa. And moving along, we're gonna go to A major. We're gonna sing mi, sol, mi, sol. And moving along, we're going to go to the key of D flat major. And we're going to sing fa, la. Fa, la. Again, key of D flat. We're going to sing fa, la. Fa, la. And moving along, we're going to go to the key of B major. And we're going to sing sol, ti. Sol, ti. Good. And let's go to the key of A flat. And the key of A flat, we're gonna sing la, do. La, do. Good. Moving along, let's go to the key of F. Key of F, we're gonna sing ti, re. Ti, re. Okay. And now let's work with diatonic thirds descending. Okay, so let's go to the key of C. We're gonna sing do, la. Do, la. Let's go to G flat. G flat, we're gonna sing re, ti. Re, And moving along, let's go to B flat major. B flat major, we're gonna sing mi do. Mi do. And let's go to D flat major. D flat major, we're gonna sing fa re. Fa re. And let's go to, let's say, which key should we go? Let's go to G major. And let's sing sol mi. Sol mi. Okay. Now let's go to the key of E. Key of E, we're gonna sing la fa. La fa. Okay. Yeah, this is not a vocal lesson. This is just ear training lessons. And random welcome today. Yeah, we're gonna practice something that we practice many times at the Musicians Institute. So welcome. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the last one. We're gonna go to we're gonna sing T sol in the key of A flat. T sol. T sol. So we completed our diatonic thirds, ascending and descending in all different keys. So that was a nice ear training warm-up. And now let's work with some blues tutorial. Blues tutorial, and why don't we start?
1, 2,
We're gonna start with blues and E flat. Okay, thank you, Sera Jo, for allowing us to use your tutorials. Yeah, so that was a blues, bebop blues in the key of E flat. Yeah, and Sera Jo finished the whole series, blues in all 12 keys. Yeah, with different bass lines and different voicings. So now I would like to play blues in A flat.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, again, thank you, Sera Jo, for allowing us to use your tutorials. So now, since we are working with bass lines, yeah, we're gonna work today with walking bass lines, and I'm gonna start with walking bass lines in the key of F. Key of F. And we're gonna work with this walking bass line. So why don't we start? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so what did we do? We're gonna start tearing this walking bass line in different parts. And the very first part would be to see how we design a walking bass line. The very first step would be to use the root of a chord change right on the downbeat. So we have here 4 beats, and we're gonna put the root of the chord change on the 1, the root of the chord change on B flat. Then I wanna create a moving bass line. So I'm gonna use a F, but on the upper octave. And then we have a C to F. Actually, I should have a C on the C minor 7, and it didn't came out on the graphic, but it should be an F on the 3rd beat. And we go to B flat 7, so we're gonna have the root here. We're gonna have the root on B diminished. And we're gonna have the root on F7. So then we have a 2-5. We have an A minor 7 flat 5. We have the root there and the root on the D7 altered. And root on 1 and 3. Then we go to the following measure, the G minor 7. We have a root on G minor 7 and the C. Then we have this turnaround. So I'm going to have a root on F, going on the 3rd beat, D7 altered. And next measure, G minor 7, and root on C7. Okay, and now we're going to see how we can put all of this together. We're going to analyze this bass line. So we have here the whole bass line, but we're going to analyze it step by step. So the notes on red mean that I have I'm playing the root of the chord change right when it happens. In some cases it's on the downbeat, on the beat 1, but in some cases it's going to be on beat 1 and 3. Okay, so those are gonna those have the notes on red. So then we have 3 other type of notes. So we are going to have a diatonic passing note that I call a DP. So then we have a chromatic note, and we have those as purple, chromatic note. And then chord tone. Then I have again my root. Then I have a diatonic passing tone, which would be a 9. Then I have a chord tone, 3, chromatic note, a sharp 11. And I have my root, flat 7, diatonic passing tone, chromatic note, root. I'm gonna jump into the flat 5, and I'm gonna resolve into the root of the next chord, jumping into the flat 5, resolving into the root, diatonic passing tone, 3, and ending up on B diminished. Okay, and this is interesting, yeah? Because I'm using the chord scales of every chord, and this is gonna become evident. Then we're gonna go into a chart with all the scales that are contained in this chord progression. So we're in the B diminished. So I have my root, 9, flat 3, 11, and root, flat 7, 5. I'm gonna use, go to the 4, so I can resolve into the root of the A minor 7 flat 5. When I jump into the 5, resolve into the root of the D altered, jumping into the flat 5, resolving into the root, 9, flat 3, chromatic to the next note, root, 9, chromatic, 3rd, root, flat 7, root, flat 5, root, jumping into the flat 5, root, jumping into the flat 5, and then I end up on the root again. So now I'm gonna play the whole thing straight. 1, 2, 3, and root. Okay, so that's my walking bass line. So there is another element that we need to pay attention to, which is I will construct all my bass lines according to what chord scales am I using in relationship to whatever standard or chord progression. So the scales that I'm using are the following. I'm using, every time I play in F7, yeah, I'm gonna use an F mixolydian. Maybe I could use a different one, but I'm gonna use an F mixo. Then on B flat 7, I'm gonna use a B flat mixo. I'm playing clusters, so which means I'm playing all the notes of the chord scale together. Then on the C minor 7, I'm gonna use a C Dorian. Yeah, and then the F7 comes back, which I'm using a mixolydian. Then B flat 7 comes back. Then I'm gonna move into the B diminished. B diminished. We have a symmetrical diminished scale, though. Then A minor 7 flat 5. I'm gonna use an A Locrian. And then I'm gonna use an altered scale on D. Then I'm gonna move on to G, G Dorian, and C mixo. Yeah, so if I'm gonna put all those scales together, I'm gonna have the 1 F, B flat, mixo, back to C, mixo. I have C Dorian, F mixo, B flat, mixo, B diminished, symmetrical diminished, back to F, mixo. Then I have my A Locrian, D altered, G Dorian, C mixo. I have my turnaround, F mixolydian, D altered, G Dorian, and C mixo. And those are my chord scales. So now our blues scale is gonna make sense. Yeah, our walking bass line is gonna make sense. So in relationship to F mixolydian, I had my root 9 chromatic 3. In relationship to B flat mixo, I had root 9 3 sharp 11, then root flat 7 13 flat 5, then root jumping into a chromatic note. Actually, it shouldn't be CP, it should be a chromatic. That's a mistake. Chromatic, root, chromatic. So now here I have a B flat mixo, so I'm gonna have chord tone, and then we have what? We have our B symmetrical diminished scale. Yeah, in relationship to that, I'm gonna create a walking bass line. And I have a F mixolydian mode, so I'm gonna have a root flat 7 5 4 root flat 5 root flat 5. Now G Dorian root 9 flat 3 chromatic root 9 chromatic 3, and then I have my turnaround, which is F mixolydian, D altered, G Dorian, C mixo, and then my bass line is going to reflect that. Okay, this is a nice bass line. So next step, what can we do with this? Well, one of the things that we could do is work with our bass line. Yeah, I'm going to put this chart, yeah, on my Facebook page, and also I'm gonna put the link in YouTube so you can download this page. I have to correct a note. There is a typo, yeah. So in the fourth measure, yeah, that should be a CR, which is a chromatic note, because I'm jumping into a non-chord tone. Yeah, I'm jumping into that non-chord tone. Why? Because I can resolve it by half step. Yeah. So, and it's a very common thing to do. So I can jump into a a non-chord tone into a chromatic note if I resolve by half step into the root of the next chord change. Yeah, which bass players do that all the time. Yeah, so as pianists, we're just copying, yeah, what those great bass giants do when they do a walking bass line. Okay, so how can I apply this? Well, many ways. Yeah, one way would be, how about can I play this bass line against a four-way close voicing? Yes, I think I can. So I have here my voicings. Okay, I don't know if I remember this bass line by memory, but maybe I do. Yeah, so I'm gonna play now my bass line against those voicings, and this is another workout that we should do. So here we go, bass line against the voicings. B flat, same bass line. Jumping into the flat 5 now. B diminished. Turn around. Okay, yeah, and we had our bass line. That's the bass line that I use against my chords. Yeah. So let's do them again. Let's see the bass line. Yeah, I'm gonna put this. Yeah, this is, you know, I don't know what to do because I need 2 screens. Maybe, yeah, maybe in the future with technology. But now we're gonna have to download this page and then watch the video again and see how this bass line works against those voicings. So now we have those voicings here, and I'm gonna play the bass line again. 1, 2, 3, and so what can we do with this bass line? What else can we do? How about if we work with some bebop improvisation workouts? A very common one is to play the chord tones. Yeah, ascending chord tones of all the chords. So here I have F7, so I'm gonna play my F7. B flat 7 chord tones going up. Okay, for vocalists, yeah, for vocalists, we should actually sing them. Do, mi, sol, te, fa, la, do, mi, sol, te, re, fa, do, mi, sol, te, fa, la, do, mi, fi, la, do, mi, sol, te. Then we have this 2-5-1. Mi, sol, te, re, la, di, mi, sol, re, fa, la, do, sol, ti, re, fa. We have a turnaround. Do, mi, sol, te, la, do. Okay. Yeah, that's a great little workout, and we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put the workout now on the screen. So here we have this workout. I'm gonna play the same bass line, and now we're going to sing along. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and do, mi, sol, te, fa, la, do, mi, sol, te, re, fa, do, mi, sol, te, fa, la, do, mi, fi, la, do, mi, sol, te, re, la, di, mi, sol, fa, la, do, sol, ti, re, fa, turn around. Do, mi, sol, te, la, fa, la, do, sol, ti, re, fa, do. This is a great workout for instrumentalists, for vocalists. Yeah, for vocalists. Yeah, so for vocalists, we should go maybe a bit slower. Let's sing again. Do, mi, sol, te, fa, la, do, mi, sol, te, re, fa, Okay, and what else can we do? What else can we do? We can take this bass line, this walking bass line, and now we can do the same chord tone workout, yeah, but descending, everything descending. So here we have the chart. The bass line is the same, but we're gonna sing te, sol, mi, do. Next, me, do, la, fa. Te, sol, mi, do. A, re, te, sol, mi, do, me, do, la, fa. Me, do, la, fi. Te, sol, mi, do. Now turn 2-5-1. Re, te, sol, mi, di, la, do, la, fa, re. Fa, re, ti, sol. Turn around. Re, sol, mi, do, me, di, la, do, la, fa, re, ti, sol, do. Okay. If that's too much, yeah, you can just play the actual pattern. But if you are a vocalist or you really want to work on your training, it would be great to do exactly what we have done now. But you know, you can just work with your bass line, yeah, and do the descending patterns. Okay, yeah, so very nice warm-up. So what else can we do against a walking bass line? Against a walking bass line, we can take whatever blues riff that we want. How about this one? Yeah, we can work with this blues riff, or even maybe on the 6. Yeah. Whatever, yeah, we can take, you know, all different type of riffs, yeah, against a walking bass line that we are currently learning. Yeah, we can do scales also against a bass line. Okay, so endless workouts, yeah? So walking bass line, so important. Okay, good. So we're almost out of time. What should we do? Okay, some students were asking me, Carlos, I want to learn to play this descending Montuno, but in 3/2 clave. Okay, 3/2 clave it is. One moment. And what am I doing here? Okay, 3/2 clave. Yeah, so we have this chord progression. And we're gonna break it down. We're gonna play a Montuno pattern, yeah, in 3/2 clave. 1. Okay. weeks ago, we did the same pattern, but in 2/3 clave. Yeah, so now we're gonna be shifting grooves. Okay, so let's see. I wanna work with. Let's start with 132 beats per minute. So it's gonna be kind of slow. Yeah, but that's a good way to start this pattern. And let me set up the amount of repeats. Okay, so we're gonna repeat this pattern only 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was nice and slow, sabroso. Yeah, and we're gonna move up. How about let's move to 148 beats per minute. Okay, and here we go. Good. So what else? Let's move up. Let's go to 156 beats per minute. And here we go. So moving up tempo. This is a great way of practicing actually. Let's go to 164 beats per minute. Now let's move up. Let's go to 172 beats per minute, and I think that would be good for today. Here we go. Okay, can we move up? Yes, let's move up. Let's go to 184 beats per minute. And let's see, that's gonna be the last one. Good. I had fun. I had a lot of fun actually. And it's time to... So thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material, and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week, practice your instrument every day, and listen, and play lots of good music. See you next week.
you.